Good morning, everybody. As you know, I've been a mechanic now, a professional mechanic, for about a year. And a problem arose on Thursday. My power steering pulley was loose. If you know what it is, you do. If you don't, I'll show you later. And so I went to tighten it. Mind you, this was late at night. I was not alive. And I tightened it without the belt being on it. Yeah, don't make that mistake, kids. And now I have to fight with it in order to get it loose, change the bolt, potentially change the pulley, because honestly it's a bit old, change the belts, and I might as well, since I'm there, change the high pressure hose to the power steering pump, which I really didn't want to do because you got to get under the car. It's a whole thing. And just it's gonna be a day today. I have a test on Monday. Today was gonna be another study day, but I can't get to school unless I have a car, which means I can't take the test. So first things first, it is approximately 8:44 in the morning and we're headed to AutoZone. Let's go.
Otros 11 bonitos que veo en San Juan, disfrutando de todas esas cosas que extrañan los que se van, disfrutando de noches de esas que ya no sé si son tiros. Mi blanquita, perico, mi kilo, yo estoy en PR tranquilo, pero debí tirar más fotos de cuando te tuve, debí darte más besos y abrazos.
I just got done at AutoZone and I spent more money than I wanted to, but that's okay because I love my car and it beats paying for a new car. Anywho, as you guys know, I work on my car on my own, but I can struggle because I don't have all of the strength necessary in order to do things. But it pays to be kind. I am going to be blessed with the help of 2 people who are going to come over after they're done with work and help me complete the task I need to complete. And they didn't ask for anything in return. They offered and I accepted. And it pays to be nice to people. That's all I have to say. They also, one of them bought me breakfast, and you know I'm a sucker for a breakfast burrito. He bought me a breakfast burrito. I was like, oh no, like no worries, like it's not I'm not able to do that right now, but I appreciate the offer. He's like, I didn't ask that. Do you want food? Yes. So moral of the story, choose kindness, and you will be blessed in return. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Gosh.
You gotta sometimes take a break to play with your dog, you know? Just let him bark at you and kick the ball. You know, sometimes that's just what's necessary. And once I'm done with this, we will definitely be getting into the nitty-gritty stuff. So, yay.
This is what I'm working on right here. See this? This needs to come off. And that bolt that's in there is fucking that situation up. I'm also going to replace this. I'm going to replace the belt that comes on this. And I'm going to replace this also as well. I'm also going to replace something that's down there that's kind of hard to get to. But yeah, don't mind the fact that my engine is dirty. It's mainly because of the fact that this leaks. Do you remember when I told you how being kind and nice to people pays off? Well, it pays off. So, another person, neighbor, right, who's like my uncle, him and his wife. Well, his wife is awesome. Him and his wife are like family, and they're in their backyard celebrating Halloween, even though it's Sunday, but Halloween weekend, it's fine. And they're drinking. They offered me a mimosa. I've got breakfast for free this morning. I got a mimosa for free this morning. I've got help for free this morning. You know, blessings, man. Count count your blessings, because you never know what can come about it and what your kindness does for other people. Kindness. But back to this. Okay, so I'm struggling to get this bolt off. So I went to the garage real quick and grabbed a can of some WD-40, maybe help it loosen up, because it's just gotta come out. Don't worry, this is all gonna be cleaned. After I change this, I'm gonna cover the distributor, unplug the battery, completely take the battery out, and clean all of in here. Yeah, so that'll be fun. So while that sits for a little bit, I'm gonna relax, I guess. But yeah. Oh, so I don't have the pulley on me right now. The pulley is being delivered to the AutoZone store, and then the people who are gonna help me are gonna bring it. They're just gonna sign off on it and then bring it for me. They have permission, and bring it for me, and then we're gonna do what we need to do. But my main job right now is to get this off. My only job right now is to get this off, and as soon as I'm able to get this off, the better. So I'm gonna do my best and figure it out. Yeah. Although I found another leak, I think, which is here, and that's a problem because I just fucking replaced that. So, yeah, fun. Okay, all right. So, in order for me to um take this off, or take the bolt off, I need to move some stuff around. So there's a power steering reservoir. This is the reservoir. So in removing the reservoir, I need to clamp this hose with this. And when I clamp it, it will stop any fluid that's from here on from going down, because I need to take this hose off. And then after that, I also need to remove this hose. But because I removed all the power steering fluid in the reservoir, this hose shouldn't necessarily leak anything whatsoever. So, fingers crossed. So let's do this.
At this point, I am closing off the hoses with the clamps. I'm going to be moving the reservoir. I'm going to be making sure that nothing is leaking from the hoses. I'm also going to be moving the cruise control out of the way so that I'm able to get to that bolt that I need to and loosen it. Some of the things were a little difficult, so I struggled for a minute, but I ended up getting it all done anyway, so.
Okay, so I was able to remove the power steering reservoir, which is that, and now I have more access to the bolt, which is right there. So, on to the next step, guys. Alright, guys. So, I was able to get off the bolt. I had help from a neighbor. Again, if you are kind to people, they will bless you. And he was kind, and I was kind, and we blessed each other. So thank you so much for your help. You know who you are. Um, but now I'm able to take off this. So I'm going to take this off with these two bolts, and then there's one that's going to be underneath. How I'm going to get there, no idea. And let me just, right. And then there's a low pressure hose down there, and it's kind of hard to see, but it's literally, it's like right there. But anywho, that's going to be fixed and replaced. It's going to be great. Alright guys, so I changed the belt. The belt is changed. I fixed the pulley because I wasn't able to get the new one because it didn't come in yet, but I did clean it, so it's clean. I didn't change this yet because the part that's at the bottom, I couldn't get off at the angle that I was at, so I need to lift up my car higher. Um, but everything's put back. Power steering. The power steering reservoir is put back. The auto cruise is put back, and all the bolts will tightened, and also the ground. I haven't put the battery back on yet, but that will be happening soon. But all this is done. So once I put power steering fluid in it, it should work again. So fingers crossed. Okay, so I've got the power steering fluid that I'm going to put into my engine. Let's hope it's enough, otherwise I have to open a whole new one, which I don't want to do, but if necessary, I will. So let's fill her up. Please be enough. I will say a lot of it also fell out while I was taking apart stuff. So we're gonna start the car, let it cycle after I put the battery back on, which I didn't do. Um, but right now it's at just about the minimum level. So I'm gonna put a little bit more in to add to the max level, and then I'm gonna turn on the car, turn the steering wheel a little bit, let it run, and go from there. So yeah. So what I'm using to hook the battery back up is a 10 mil, and all I have to do is tighten the bolts, just to make sure that they are on, and they don't really need to be super tight, just as long as you can't pull off the terminals. Terminals are basically what's around, not around the battery, but what connects the battery. So as soon as I finish hooking this up, I will show you what the terminal looks like. So this is the terminal. This is one of the terminals. This is the negative, and this is the positive. Basically, all you have to do is loosen this bolt right here, and it'll pop off. Same thing like on this side. And when you're done, just pop it back on and tighten it. You don't need to take off the bolt all the way because it'll just loosen, and then this part will get loose, and it'll open, and then just lift it up. But when you're putting it on, put it back on, tighten it. This will close, and you can't pull it off. Okay? So with my battery plugged up and attached again, I should be able to start my car, and the steering wheel should work. So let's, good sign. Excuse me, wait till it stops speaking. Let's turn on. Okay. Set the power steering fluid go. Move the steering wheel a little bit. She moves easy. That's good. Move it around to let it work through the pump and the hoses and whatnot. And remember, I said it's about a little bit lower than, a little bit higher than the minimum. So after I've moved it, we should see about where it's at. So with the engine on and running, and after I've moved the steering wheel a little bit, it's well below the minimum line. So we're gonna add more, but I am gonna let it run some more, and I'm also gonna continue to turn the steering wheel back and forth to give it some more movement. Time to work through everything. And then we'll be adding more. We're adding more power steering fluid because gone down a little bit, not a lot, but enough. Open it up. And we're gonna pour some in slowly but surely. See where that takes us. A little bit over the minimum. We're gonna put some more, and that's at the maximum. Okay, so close this up, and we should be good. We should be. Should be the operative word. So let me. Oh, and I got a whole nother glass of just champagne. So your girl is living a bit lavishly right now, but we don't need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about that. All y'all need to know is that I worked on my car, and for the most part, I got it done. So we're going to close her up, and we're gonna see how it works. So then, okay, everything's done, everything's put together. We're gonna go for a test drive, and we're gonna see how well it works. I'm not going far, I'm staying in the complex. So let's try this. Okay, moment of truth. So far, so good. I'm able to move around the steering wheel. We're driving, we're doing good, we're moving. Now, the test is the turns. So let's try the turns. So far, turns are good. I think I did it. I think I did it. So, because I didn't get all the parts needed, I wasn't able to fully do the Loctite, which is what I wanted to do. But once everything comes back in and I get all the necessary parts, then I will be able to put it together the way that I want to make sure that it's solid and it's not going to go anywhere and it's not going to move or loosen. But as of right now, we're pretty solid. The car is driving great. The car is driving great, guys. We've did it. That's an accomplishment for today. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being a part of this. Again, if you like it, comment, like, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.